Paul Humphrey is the new Louisville Metro Police Department chief. Mayor Greenberg celebrated the 110th anniversary of the Belle of Louisville, and an Olympic medalist returns to his alma mater. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. Mayor Craig Greenberg announced that Paul Humphrey is the new LMPD chief.
LMPD is in the process of making significant improvements, recruiting the next generation of officers, and recruiting a lot of them, strengthening the trust between officers and the community, finalizing and then complying with a federal consent decree, and more. To build on this positive momentum, we need a leader with the skills, experience, temperament, commitment, and passion that Paul Humphrey has demonstrated. He has earned my trust, and he has earned the trust of our community. And that is why I am so proud to announce that effective immediately, I am naming Paul Humphrey as chief of the Louisville Metro Police Department.
This job is about the 11 to 1,200 people that are here. It's about the thousands that came before us, who will never have their names mentioned, who will never stand up at a press conference, and that nobody will ever talk about on the news, but they go out as quiet professionals and do this job every day. This job is about them, and it's about them taking care of you. It is humbling. It is truly humbling to have the opportunity to represent them. Thank you.
The public is invited to the LMPD promotion ceremony at the Kentucky International Convention Center on Friday, September 27th at 1 p.m. 8 local nonprofit organizations received a total of $1.1 million in homeless initiative grant funding from Louisville Metro government.
I'm happy to kick off our press conference today with the announcement of more than $1 million that Louisville Metro government is going to be funding towards 8 wonderful organizations here in our city that are helping people who are experiencing homelessness.
We used the funds with our low barrier shelter. We started this in 2018 when Metro Louisville wanted someone to open a low barrier shelter. This has not been done in Louisville before. It's new waters, and we've learned a lot over the last few years. But this is a first step for folks who are living on the street to consider coming in and getting the help that they need and get on the path to permanent housing.
Louisville is full of music, festivals, races, and fun this September.
We have one of the most amazing times of year here in Louisville during the fall. We have lots of great festivals, and there are no bigger festivals than the upcoming next 2 weekends with Bourbon and Beyond that kicks off on Thursday, and then Louder Than Life the week after this weekend. We are going to be welcoming visitors from around the country and world to Louisville, Kentucky for Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life. And for the first time, we're inviting the community to participate in several new events around the city that are affiliated as part of our new 4-race Mayorthon race series. This Saturday morning, we're going to host the first ever Bourbon and Beyond 5K at the Kentucky Fairgrounds. Go to mayorthon502.com to sign up for this Saturday morning's first ever Bourbon and Beyond 5K. We have 2 new street festivals that are part of all of the Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life celebration. First, this Saturday, starting at 11 a.m., we invite everyone from across the city, around the region, to join us on East Market Street in New Lou for the official Bourbon and Beyond pregame event. And then the following Saturday, also at 11 a.m., we're going to host the Louder Than Life pregame event on Goss Avenue in Germantown. Both of these events are free and open to the public. And if you're going to the festival, you can catch a free shuttle ride from the pregame event to the festival grounds.
Also during the mayor's weekly press conference, he celebrated the Belle of Louisville, the world's oldest operating Mississippi River-style steamboat, and a National Historic Landmark as the boat turns 110 years old.
Welcome aboard. The reason that we are here at the wharf today is to recognize and celebrate the Belle's 110th birthday next month. The anniversary of her 1914 launch in Memphis, Tennessee is on October 18th. However, in late June, we kicked off 110 days of celebrating the Belle, one day for each one of her years. So far, those days have been filled with birthday wishes from notable Louisvillians, special discounts and promotions, giveaways, and some very special events. There is just something magical, dare I say, about this riverboat. There has to be for her to have made it this long to become the most widely traveled and oldest vessel of her kind in operation today.
Humana announced a large donation to the Community Care Campus.
And I am so thrilled to share that the Humana Foundation is donating $3 million towards the construction of the Community Care Campus.
We contributed to this amazing project because we care about people. We care about veterans, about youth, about seniors, about families, and all underserved communities, and those with behavioral health needs and those who are medically fragile. Like many local communities, Louisville is experiencing a surge of homelessness, and we believe the Community Care Campus, operated by Volunteers of America Mid-States, will be transformational for our city.
I've previously mentioned how much we need and value public-private partnerships that are necessary to get to the finish line on the Community Care Campus. The Humana Foundation has taken the first step, and now we hope that others in our community will join them.
Olympic bronze medalist Yared Naguse returned to his alma mater, DuPont Manual High School, to talk to the track team and the track coach that helped start him on his successful journey.
To them, he's just a rock star.
We are so glad to have the opportunity to bring you back today and celebrate your success of this year's Olympic Games.
And all of the other achievements that he has made since graduating from here at Manual, and to reflect on the great pride that all of us here in Louisville have in his accomplishments and his representation of our city, our state, and his country.
It's all kind of fuzzy, honestly, but you cross that line and you're just like, oh my God, it's happened. I did it. I'm an Olympic medalist, and like the gravity of it is just like so much, but it's just made me so happy. I was so excited.
Who Yared is, who he is as a person, actually has nothing to do with how fast he can run. It has to do with what a good friend he is, what a hard worker he is. He went to Notre Dame. He graduated cum laude in biochemistry. This is a brilliant young man. And as much time as he's spending running, he's going to spend a lot more in a dental office someday. That's still the plan, right?
Everyone should remember about the power that each one of us have to change someone else's lives, to connect with a friend or a colleague or a teacher or a student in a new way. Best cross-country coach in the world,
This victory is like not just mine, but having someone support me like from literally the very beginning is just so nice. And I feel like I've really appreciated just everything that he's been able to do for me.
When you're a JCPS student, you have a limitless potential for what you can accomplish, what you can go on and achieve. And you see that with our mayor, you see that with our congressperson, you see that with all the amazing people that come out of JCPS and places like Manual High School.
Louisville's had a lot of great athletes in the past, and to be among them is such a huge honor and really, really cool.
LMPD held their bi-weekly community update.
I want to start off by recognizing Officer Phipps, who died tragically in the line of duty as a deputy sheriff in Grayson County. Previously served with Louisville Metro Police, and it's important that we recognize his sacrifice. There are many people within LMPD that worked with him and know him, and are, they're upset by his loss. Anytime a police officer dies in the line of duty, I think it's another one of those moments for us, regardless of whether we know the officer, friends with the officer, or if it's someone we never met. It's one of those moments where it gives us a moment to reflect on why we do this job and the sacrifices that people are willing to make to keep other people safe.
So going through our numbers, since the last press conference that the chief had, we've had 3 additional homicides. We're up about 7% for homicides for the year. As far as our non-fatal shootings, we went up 13 from the last press conference, but we're down almost 10% with our non-fatal shootings. Our robberies, we're down significantly in robberies. We're down 36% in robberies. Now, over the past few weeks, one of the things that has been the most pressing for a lot of our citizens has been these street racing issues that we've encountered. And because of that, we've invested a little bit more time, some resources, some manpower to try to combat the street racing issue. What you're going to see in the next few slides is with the ordinance that we've worked with the council on, being able to confiscate some of these cars and take them off the streets for a while. And what we're able to seize, it's making an impact. And we'll show you some of the cars that we've actually gotten over the past 2 weeks. What I'll say is that we've had 20 plus citations issued and 20 plus cars seized due to the ordinance. This is making a major impact. As you can see, this year alone, we've already had 59 cars seized or cited under this ordinance. We've also, since we've actually started doing this, we've had 122. It's starting to make an impact. We're going to see the dividends pay off on this. And I'm excited about how it's going to turn about for us.
The Louisville Metro Detention Center is requesting community donations of men's clothing.
We are Louisville Metro Corrections, the discharge planners for the jail. We run a program called FACTS, which is Familiar Faces, Actions, and Community Transitions.
Did you get to see your kids last week?
We help individuals as they are getting released from jail, if they are struggling with addiction or have mental health issues and they need help. We are the assistants within the jail to help with those needs.
I'm so proud of you. You've been doing it.
We meet with individuals on the inside and we assess them to figure out which would be an appropriate place for them to go. This is the Louisville Metro Corrections clothing closet for the FACT team. Our population is majority males. The court sometimes, attorneys, other staff members even reach out to us and let us know that, hey, this individual may be getting released soon, and they either have nothing or the items that they have aren't appropriate, to be released in, or they may have gained a couple of pounds while they've been in, or lost a couple of pounds. That's when we come into our closet and we try to find something that is seasonally appropriate and a good fit.
Sure.
We do provide backpacks upon release for indigent individuals. Basic hygiene items, hats, gloves, scarves, anything that is just seasonally appropriate and something that could just help them out. If someone does want to donate, they can come drop off at the main entrance of the jail and they will notify us and let us know and we'll come get the donations. We are always accepting community donations.
Hi, I'm Marcus Winkler, Metro Council President and Representative of District 17. The Metro Council just had a regularly scheduled meeting. Here are some of the highlights. The Council approved an ordinance establishing a TIF, or Tax Incremental Financing District, for the Urban County Government Center development. Adopted an ordinance authorizing the sale of bonds for the FY 2024 capital budget. Approved a resolution honoring longtime teacher and children's advocate, Mr. Carmen Weathers, by dedicating the corner of 11th and Chestnut Streets in his honor. The Council adopted a resolution installing honorary street signs along Southwestern Parkway for 10 community leaders. The honorees are Diane Porter, Dr. Robert Douglas, Judge Joan Tony Stringer, Frank Wimberly Sr., Senator Gerald Neal, E. Porter Hatcher, Sherry Bryan Hamilton, Ed Calley, Paul Bather, and Darrell Owens. And finally, approved 4 appointments to the Kentuckiana Works, Landmarks and Preservation Districts Commission, Louisville Regional Airport Authority, and Parking Authority of River City Boards. Councilman Philip Baker recognized the Solid Waste Management Service Enforcement Team for their recent efforts to reduce illegal dumping. Thanks for your interest in your Metro government. You can see all of our meetings live on Louisville Metro TV, Spectrum Channel 184. You can also tune in online at louisvillegov.primegov.com/public/portal. If you'd like to contact your Metro Council representative, go to louisvillegov.gov/metrocouncil.
Our department will investigate all reported pest problems. To report a pest problem, you can either contact our office directly via phone or our online form under the Contact Us section of our website, or by calling Metro 311 at 574-5000. One of our inspectors will come out to investigate the pest problem. We will speak with the property owner on ways they can remove the pests themselves, such as ensuring any standing water is removed and food waste is not easily accessible. Once these steps have been taken, we may be able to bait for rodents or mosquitoes if the situation calls for these steps. If there are other pests found, our department will collaborate with either Animal Services or Louisville Public Health and Wellness to eradicate the problem.
We continue our Louisville Metro Council member profiles with information on District 17 Councilman Marcus Winkler.
Hello again. I'm Marcus Winkler, and I serve as the representative for the 17th District. I was initially elected in 2018 and was re-elected in 2022 for another 4-year term. I was born in Germany, but moved to the United States with my family when I was 5. I became the first member of my family to attend college, Center College just right down the road, and subsequently earned my MBA from the University of Memphis. I currently live in the suburban city of Anchorage with my wife and 3 children. In addition to my duties at City Hall, I have a job in the private sector, working in the human resources technology field. I found that the best practices at my day job, empowering those who work on our team, collaborating with peers to find creative solutions to problems that come up, work pretty well here at Metro Government too. I've tried to use these concepts to help make improvements to Westport Road, address panhandling in our community, and pass budgets that positively impact communities throughout Jefferson County. District 17 is located in the east end of the county. It stretches from Brownsboro Road to as far south as Shelbyville Road, and from just west of Hurstbourne Parkway all the way to the Oldham County line. It includes at least a portion of 16 suburban cities, such as Middletown, Worthington Hills, and a number of homeowner or neighborhood associations like Berrytown, Brownsboro Glen, and Springhurst. I might be a little biased, but I think District 17 is the best place to live and raise a family. The district is home to 3 great parks, Berrytown Park, Hounds Lane Park, and E.P. Tom Sawyer State Park, a 550-acre oasis right in the center of our district. 2 very new libraries, the Northeast Regional Library and the Middletown Libraries, are just outside our boundaries, but easily accessible to residents. There are several shopping options that can be found in or near our district, such as those in the Springhurst area and the Paddock shops just north of Brownsboro Road. Finally, I can't brag on our area without mentioning the Kentucky Truck Plant, home to thousands of employees located along Chamberlain Lane. If you'd like to learn more about the district, schedule events like my monthly coffee meetings, or how Metro government works, please call my office at 574-1117 or visit www.louisvilleky.gov/District 17.
The Louisville Zoo has welcomed several new babies recently, and Metro TV had a chance to meet them up close.
A lot of work goes on behind the scenes long before you ever see a little baby in a zoo. Sometimes it can be 2 and 3 years worth of work before one offspring is produced. The SSP stands for Species Survival Plan. The SSP is a group of people who manages each specific animal in zoos. So there's a SSP for the Sumatran tigers, there's an SSP for the giraffes, there's an SSP for the gorillas. These are experts in our industry on each individual species. They keep track of all the genetics, they keep track of animal personalities, they keep track of every zoo's facility and how many zoo animals they can appropriately care for there. So Sumatran tigers, there's only about 400 of them left in the wild. They're a critically endangered species. There's only, maybe 100 in zoos. They're not common at all. So every single animal counts. So we said, absolutely, we'll be happy to step up and give it a shot. So we brought in Cammie, who was older, and we brought in Jinga, who's a little on the older side too. So we just want to make sure we knew everything we could possibly know about it before we even introduced those two tigers together. And it all worked out great. The little guy is in his 6th week now. So, tiger cubs grow up fast, but not as fast as, say, a giraffe or other hoofstock animal. His eyes are now open. He's mobile. He still lives with mom, but he's a little more independent now. At 6 weeks old, tiger cubs start, believe it or not, sampling meat. But we're trying to strategize ways that we might expedite him coming out to one of those habitats. So stay tuned. We know everybody wants to see the little guy. We're going to keep sharing videos. We're going to keep sharing photos, and the cub cam's still going on.
Addax antelope are critically endangered. They are actually right on the edge of extinction in the wild. That's what makes a calf like this so important, because of the genetics, and it helps just to stabilize a situation that otherwise we could see this wonderful species actually go extinct. People just don't talk about or recognize that the numbers of giraffe in Africa are really plummeting quickly. And so an animal like a Maasai giraffe that used to be very plentiful are now few and far between. So there's a lot of conservation concern and efforts taking place to try to conserve the giraffe. So again, being part of the Maasai giraffe SSP is important, because ultimately we can again serve as a reservoir to help support that wild population.
Operation Rendezvous, the largest undertaking to honor our veterans ever in the state of Kentucky. On Saturday, November 9th, military and patriotic convoys from surrounding communities will converge from points north, south, east, and west into downtown Louisville to present the Kentucky Veterans Parade and celebration. At 12 noon, the parade will step off at 7th and Jefferson Streets, rolling east with more than 80 units, passing the review stand at Metro Hall and then repositioning for a static display. Congressional Medal of Honor recipient Don Ballard, representing the Medic Corps of all military branches, will lead the way as our Grand Marshal. At parade's end, assembled color guards will unite at the review stand for the blessing of the colors and taps. Immediately following, all units and exhibits will be on display for review and celebration.
Metro TV was out on the street asking people what they enjoy most about fall.
I'm Barb. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I love the fall leaves, which we don't get much in the desert, so I love traveling the country and seeing them.
First name is Lane. I'm from Batesville, Indiana, a southeastern town, and I'd say my favorite thing about the fall would be football season. I'm a big Bengals fan.
My favorite thing about the fall would be, first and foremost, it's my birthday. It's in October. Second thing, I would say cool weather. I hate the summer, like I'm sweating right now. Cool weather is my type of vibe.
I'm from Florida, actually, so I'm really excited to see my first fall a little bit up north here. My favorite thing is probably getting those initial hints of cool weather, and then you start to get those smells, those winter smells coming through. So kind of the changing season, and I'm excited to see more season change here than in Florida.
Fall is definitely a great season. The weather change, the leaves change, and I get to change my wardrobe. So I'm real fashionable. A lot of people, look at my man right here, nice suit. You get to throw those fall colors. You get the bronzes, the red, the oranges. Bring the Timberland boots out, the Chelsea boots. It's a real good time.
My favorite thing about fall is football, baby.
My name's Jamie. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and my favorite thing about the fall is driving with the windows down and the heat on.
Ooh, cool air. Cool air for sure. Cool air because I ride a motorcycle, so it's awesome whenever you see those leaves changing, you're riding your motorcycle. Feels awesome.
My name's Tracy. I'm from Niagara Falls, Canada, and my favorite thing about the fall is cooler temperatures. Sweater weather.
Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio keeps you informed on all things JCPS with his weekly update.
Hey, good afternoon, JCPS. Happy Friday. Hope you had a great week going into the weekend. Good news, guys. One more week until fall break, so we got 5 more school days. My favorite thing to do is to be in schools. And so I spent 2 days this week getting into schools to make sure and really see the implementation of our literacy plan here in JCPS. So thank you to the schools and the teachers who allowed me to come into their classrooms. I was probably in 30 classrooms this week, saw amazing things. So really want to thank the schools that I got to visit this week: St. Matthew's Elementary, Foster Elementary, Atkinson Elementary, Okolona Elementary. Also got to a couple middle schools: Farnsley Middle School, Mazik Middle School, and Carithers Middle School. Got to celebrate this week the implementation of 3 new Verizon Innovation Labs in 3 of our middle schools, which takes us up to 6 middle schools who have these innovation labs. We call them Ville Labs. So we were out at Carithers Middle School to celebrate this new lab. They're also at Farnsley Middle School and Lassiter Middle School. Really a great way to teach our middle school kids STEM education and get them engaged in the learning that they love to do so much. So that was awesome. Also got to speak at our Explore Ambassador Conference. Once again, Explore is kind of the academies of Louisville at our middle school, Explore Pathways, and had about 300 middle school students who were doing leadership training this week. Awesome day. And finally, what a wonderful way to finish up. We get to celebrate JCPS Olympians that have received medals over the past couple of months in both the Olympics and the Paralympics in Paris. First, Oksana Masters won 2 more gold medals. The Atherton grad now has 19 medals total. And then also we got to celebrate Yared Nagus, who came back to celebrate with the students and staff at Manual. Yared got a bronze in the 1500 meter. It was such an exciting race where everyone was cheering for him. So we're so proud of our JCPS Olympians, and congratulations to you all. It just shows we have great students. We also have great athletes here in JCPS. Have a great weekend, rest up, and we'll see you next week.
Parking on your lawn is prohibited under Chapter 156. All vehicles must be licensed and operable and on hard, durable surface. Acceptable paving materials include asphalt, brick, concrete paving, and interlocking paving blocks. Gravel may be permitted with approval. You may not park a vehicle on a vacant lot. If your fixer-upper is undergoing minor repairs and at any time could be turned on and driven, then yes, it may be on your driveway. However, all major vehicles repairs are only permitted if the work is performed inside a structure or an enclosed area such as a garage. And please note that operating a repair garage on residential zone property is prohibited per the Land Development Code.
Louisville Metro Animal Services has dogs and cats just waiting to become your new best friend. Thank you for watching. Please share Metro TV with your friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or X, and download our Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV apps. Have a wonderful week.